Hello students, welcome to part 4 of how to program the video game Star Hunter using Scratch 2.0. Okay, so what we're going to do is we've almost completed the game. We've created a game in which we are avoiding our enemies and we're trying to go around collecting these stars. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to make the enemies a little bit more intelligent. Okay, so let's click on Octopus 2 from the sprite list here. Octopus 2. So what we want to do is the script that we've created, we want to delete. So there's two different ways we can do that. We can right click on the script. We can again go to About Adobe Flash Player and then go back to Scratch, and then you should be able to see an option for delete. Or if you don't want to go through with that, you should be able to just bring the script into kind of the blocks palette and it should disappear. Okay, so we're going to build a whole new script for Octopus 2. All right, so let's start with our familiar blocks. When the green flag is clicked, we're going to go set size. Let's see, set size, and remember 35%. So let's attach that, set size. We're going to wait in the control blocks. We're going to wait 0.5 seconds. Now everything here is the same as we've done before. We're going to click on the forever block, okay, and we're going to go to motion, and we're going to choose something new here. We're going to go point towards, and we're going to move that here. Now we use this at the beginning for how we control our cat sprite, but what we're going to do is we're going to have the Octopus 2 point towards the cat. So Octopus 2 now is constantly going to be chasing the cat. We're going to have it move by 5 steps, pretty fast, 5 steps. Okay, we're going to go back to the control blocks and we're going to get the if then block, place it inside the forever block but below the move steps block. We're going to click on sensing, we're going to click touching, we're going to place this in here, the top arm of the if then, and if Octopus 2 is touching the cat, then we go back to the control blocks and then we stop all. We stop the game. So as you're building these scripts over and over, they should start to make a lot more sense to you and that you don't have to be thinking about them anymore. Okay? So if the octopus touches the cat, then the game is over. The octopus is always going to point towards the cat, so it's going to follow the cat. Okay? All right, so let's see how that's going to work. So let's click on the green flag. And now that I've started, there should be an octopus that is always facing the cat. And he's actually very, very quick. So this is too challenging. So I'm going to move this back. The move 5 steps, I'm going to change it back to 2 steps. Okay, it's hard enough when he's chasing you, but when he's moving too fast, it's just impossible to get a good score. So now let me check it. Okay, so that octopus is still following me, but it's much slower. It's much easier to play the game, a little bit more satisfying gameplay if you're not dying right away. Okay. Okay, so now let's do something with Octopus 1. So I'm going to click on Octopus 1, and what we're going to do is we're going to have this octopus get a little bit quicker the higher the score that you get. Okay, so we're going to drag the score block. Okay, so let's go to the data blocks first, and let's go to score. Okay, so we're going to put the score block inside here where it says move 2 steps. So I'm going to show you how to do it. So we're going to move the score block inside that circle there. So move score steps. So let's think about this. So the more score you have, the faster Octopus 1 is going to get. So at the beginning of the game, the octopus is just going to stay at a very slow pace. But as you collect more and more stars, that Octopus 1 is going to get really quick. All right, let's test it. Let's click on the green flag. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to build a pretty good score so that I can start to see Octopus 1 getting really, really fast. So I've got a score now of 5, and I could see that one of the octopuses is getting very, very fast. Okay? Now, if the octopus is getting too fast, too quickly, we can do something else. Okay? So let's click on the operators blocks, and I want you to look for the divide block. So we're just going to move the divide block out here, and we're going to grab the score block, and we're going to place it inside the left or the numerator block of the divide block. Then we're going to change the denominator from nothing to 3. So what this does is it divides your score by 3. And then hopefully we can take this whole thing back and move it into the move this many steps here. Okay? So I'm going to kind of redo all of those parts. So I'm going to move the score into the numerator part of that block. Then I'm going to type in 3 for the denominator. Then I should be able to move this whole thing into the move steps block here. Okay? So again, what this does is, for Octopus 1, it takes your score and divides it by 3. So it's not going to get so quick so quickly. Okay. All right, so let's do something different with Octopus 3. We're going to have Octopus 3 patrol in a triangular regular pattern here. It's going to create a triangle on your screen. Okay? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this script, so we can grab it and then we can just pull it into the script, into the blocks palette. So we're going to create two different scripts here. So let's start with events. Start with this block and then go to the control blocks. Let's go to forever. Okay? And then we'll go to motion, the motion blocks, and we'll look for glide. So let's see glide here. Okay, so we're going to grab this block, place it in the forever block. We're going to grab another glide block, the same one, and place it underneath. And we're going to grab a third glide block, place it here. Okay, so we're going to change the values for all three of these glide blocks. So in the top one, let's change it to 3 seconds. And then the X value is going to be 0. And then the Y value is going to be negative 150. Okay, so this sets the path of where the first kind of glide motion is going to happen. Okay, for the second glide block, we're going to change it to 3 seconds. We're going to change the X value to 200, and then we're going to change the Y value to 100. Okay. All right, in the final glide block, we're going to change glide to 3 seconds, the X value to negative 200, and then the Y value to 100. Okay, so that's going to be our first script here. So that kind of dictates the motion of where Octopus 3 is going to move. Okay, so let's create a separate script below. So let's go back to events. Let's start with this block. And then for looks, we'll look in the looks block. This should seem familiar. Set size, 35%. Again, remember that that was the last one we chose. Let's click back on the control blocks. Let's wait 0.5 seconds. Let's get a forever block. Let's get the if-then block. Let's go to the sensing blocks. If it's touching the cat, let's go back to the control blocks, then stop all. So this part we've built many times already. Okay? If the octopus touches the cat, then the game is over. Okay? All right, so this time what we want to do is, what we want to look for is when we run the game, we're trying to look for Octopus 3 moving in a triangular pattern, a regular triangular pattern. So let's go to full screen here, and let's click green flag. Okay, so what I want is, I've got the one octopus chasing me, and then I want to look for Octopus 3, which is moving in a regular triangular pattern. Yeah, and I see it here. I'm going to follow Octopus 3, and it was moving in a triangular pattern. Okay, so that's working very well. So let's go to File. Let's do a Save Now. Okay, so this concludes part 4 of the video game project Star Hunter. Thanks for watching. Bye.